Yo, what is going on, guys? Matthew B. Haynes here, aka the Clockmaster. Right now I got some news for you, and we're gonna start right now with the Inhumans. So if you have not heard by now, brand new set photos of the Inhumans has dropped, and I'm a little bit iffy about it. We got to see Black Bolt's full costume. If you guys are familiar with Black Bolt, man, one of the most powerful Inhuman there is amongst all of them, man. And we finally got to see his suit, and I am a little bit disappointed. So I'm going to pull up a picture right now so you guys can see this. So let's look at this together, and this is my initial reaction to this thing. Like, I am looking at this, I'm very, very upset. to be quite honest with you. If you look at Black Bolt, which is played by Anson Mount, you see he has this all over black costume, and I'm going to also pull up right next to it a picture of the original Black Bolt from the comic books, and let's look at that. I mean, when you think of Black Bolt, you think of someone who's powerful and strong and literally just the a godlike figure. That's what you think of if you're familiar with Black Bolt, and if you're a fan of the Inhumans as I am, that's what you think of. And when I look at this costume here, I don't see that. I don't feel intimidated by this character. I don't feel afraid. I don't feel the power. This looks like a set of someone from Agents of the Shield. All right, this looks like it's like one of the extras in a Supergirl fight scene, or one of the extras who played one of the extra aliens in the Supergirl or something like that. Like, that's what this looks like to me. So I'm a little bit disappointed with that, you know. And one of the things that I mostly got me disappointed with that, looking back at the original Black Bolt photo, if you look at the comic books, you have that wing right here. Like, that is so important. Also, what's even more important than that is his mask and that antenna on the top of his forehead right here. That is the most iconic piece of Black Bolt's attire. That is what, like, he transmits his powers, some of his powers and abilities through that antenna there. He doesn't need it when he needs to communicate with his wife Medusa, which is played by Serena Swan, which I think is a perfect choice, by the way. Look, I'm a little upset. I mean, I'm going to be a little bit optimistic about it, though, because maybe this is one of many suits, or maybe one suit in a lineup of a couple of suits. So I'm not too sure. Maybe they'll, you know, work on it somehow, or they'll get, like, maybe he has another suit lined up for him or something like that. But just looking at this thing, there's so much. I mean, and it could be really nitpicky issues if you want to classify it as being nitpicky, you know. But I mean, and then again, this picture doesn't show too much about whether he has, you know, those wings underneath his arms. It doesn't show. It's a standing still photo of him, so it doesn't really show exactly what's, you know, too much stuff going on here. But just looking at it, guys, I mean, they do have the little zigzaggy lines there, but it's an all black, and I don't think, you know, as far as the comic, in the comic books, he has, you know, it's white, the zigzag lines on his chest, and his costume is white. Here it's all black. So like I said, slightly disappointed, and the fact that I don't see his mask right now, his helmet, it's a little bit disappointing, man. Because, like I said, Black Bolt is like this godlike character. Even Apocalypse was afraid of Black Bolt. Just so, you know, just a whisper, just for him whispering, he can destroy an entire city. You know, just his voice can destroy an entire planet, man. Like, when you think of Black Bolt, you're supposed to get this intimidation and fear, and I do not see it here in this set costume. Like I said, it's a little nitpicky issue. Maybe the guy actually really plays the character very well, because, you know, like I said, and especially playing a character that has no dialogue. So, you know, I mean, maybe he does the character some justice in his acting skills, but as far as the costume is concerned, it's just poor. You know, and I guess it's just because I'm a big fan of Black Bolt. I just think it's really poor, man. I can just go on and on about just discussing the many things that I just don't like about it. So anyway, moving on. So we're moving on to Wonder Woman. You guys are gonna get a lot of Wonder Woman news this week, if not from me, from a lot of other YouTubers. We'll be talking about this. Wonder Woman, the trailer, another trailer has just been approved in the ratings. On this list of Alberta Films ratings, you see a Wonder Woman trailer 4. So, being that this is another big week for Warner Brothers, and this is going to be another big week, Kong Skull Island will be dropping this Friday. I'm going to go see opening night on Thursday with my sister. We're going to give you a review and a spoiler-free review on that movie. But They believe that either sometime this week we're going to be getting a Wonder Woman trailer. So it may come out before the movie, or they may do what they did with Deadpool and it kind of ruined it for me. That's why you guys never got a reaction from me on the Deadpool thing, because when I went to go watch Logan, I saw it before the movie, so I couldn't get to do a reaction. They may drop the trailer during, during the commercials before Kong Skull Island, or they may drop it either, and it's the final trailer, guys, for Wonder Woman. So they may drop it either during that movie, or they may drop it either sometime this week, like on one of those websites, or they may drop it on the official website. So I'm excited for that, man. And also, if you guys also heard about Collider visiting the set and, getting to see some of the action sequences, they claim that this is going to be something that we have never seen from both Marvel and DC as far as action sequences are concerned. They said that this is going to be one of the most really high impacted, really cool action sequences. And considering the fact that the star of Ant-Man, Evangeline Lilly, said that DC takes themselves too seriously, I don't know. We're gonna see. I mean, look, y'all know I love all my comics, man. I love Marvel, DC. I love them both. So I'm not just a Marvel fanboy or a DC fanboy. I love them all. I love both. I love both franchises, both companies. So I love superheroes in general, man. So even anime superheroes. So I don't know. Will it be something? I mean, Marvel has some really good action sequences, guys. Marvel has some really legit action sequences. So I think it's gonna be kind of hard to top that. As far as visuals is concerned for a DC film, I would say one of my favorites, my ultimate personal favorites for visuals on screen for any DC film that I've seen so far, definitely would have to be some of the action sequences from the Dark Knight trilogy. Also, I love some. I mean, then again, I can nitpick some stuff with the Dark Knight trilogy concerning how Christian Bale, his character and his stuntman and whoever was playing Batman, I always argue I hated the fact how he punched. Especially in the Dark Knight Rises, Bane and everyone of them fighting. That's not how I picture Batman, man. That kind of upset me. So that's why one of the things I love, man, I'm going all over the place now. I didn't even plan to talk about this in my notes, but I'm talking about it now. One of the things that I really loved about Batman versus Superman was that fight scene with Batman just beating the mess out of those guys in that little building when he was trying to rescue Martha. So I love that scene a lot. That scene is one of my favorite scenes of the entire movie. Just to see Batman get down like that, and that's a violent Batman, that's how I've always pictured Batman. The Batman from the animated movies, that's how I pictured it. So as far as best visuals for DC is concerned, that one scene from BVS, I love Zack Snyder's work. I love his work in Man of Steel. I love it in BVS. I don't, a lot of people just slash on BVS. They hate it so much. I really enjoyed the film visually. I enjoyed, even though there were some parts that really cluttered up, especially that fight scene with Doomsday and Wonder Woman. While it was spectacular, it was still a lot of clusters and stuff, and I can nitpick about it, but I still have no major issue with the visuals. But we do know that Wonder Woman, as we can see from the trailer, the first trailer we saw, that it's going to be different than. It will be different. I know it's going to be different because it's not going to be the whole Zack Snyder approach, because he obviously has nothing to do directing this film. So it's going to be a completely different approach as far as Wonder Woman is concerned. And I really think we're going to see a lot of old school type of fighting, really. If you see movies like Kill Bill and a lot of those movies that have really good action sequences, I would love to see if they can get the people who did IP Man to work on these films. And I know sometimes they have some of the stunt crew work on them. If they can get that, then we're talking about some good action sequences on screen. Donnie Yen, don't get me started on that guy. But, I don't know. Collider said it's going to be great, so we'll just have to wait till the movie comes out. We'll just have to wait till the trailer drops, and we'll see for ourselves. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on what's going on with the Inhumans? Like I said, I'm a little bit disappointed with the costume design for Black Bolt, but like I said, I'm having an open mind. It's supposed to drop in September on an IMAX for everyone to see, and then a couple weeks later, I think it's going to drop on television for everyone to watch. So I'm definitely going to try to watch that when it comes out in the IMAX, to go watch that. I'm definitely going to try to be the first one there. So looking forward to it. Also, I forgot to mention everything with Lockjaw. They have the CGI Lockjaw already and everything like that. He's already locked up there. We saw his CGI little statue thing there. So, you know, my concerns for it is still there. I don't want him to mess up too much with the CGI. Like, if you look at Supergirl, there's a lot of CGI stuff that's just horrible. And we know the budget is there for Inhumans. We know that Inhumans has the budget. They have invested a lot into this movie. So I expect nothing but greatness as far as visual effects, CGI, and all that stuff is concerned. So my concerns for Lockjaw, how he appears, you know, I'm maybe not gonna be too concerned about it. Who knows? All right, guys, like I said, what are your thoughts on all of this stuff with Inhumans and with Wonder Woman and everything? Leave your comments down below. If you're new to my channel and this happens to be your first video of me, I do a lot of videos similar to this: movie news updates, trailer reactions, trailer reviews, movie reviews, and all sorts of this kind of content. So if you're interested in any one of those things, please don't forget to subscribe, leave your comments down below, ring that notification bell on your way out, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for taking your time out to watch this one. Clockmaster, out.